Hey there, welcome back to another video. But this video is something that has been on my mind for quite a few years, and it has grown stronger in the last 1 year or so. And it's on the problem with today's music. This is gonna be a video rant, and if you don't like it, if it affects you, this video isn't for you. But if you're open to understanding the philosophy and why there is a problem with music in this era, I invite you to watch this video thoroughly. So just a bit of background, I've grown up listening to music from the 80s, 90s and 2000s, and primarily 90s and 2000s. The early 2000s has been my music shaping era. So I've grown up listening to bands right from the classics like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Eagles, Phil Collins, The Who, and then the new age, the late 90s and early 2000s. So Godsmack, Switchfoot, Linkin Park, Slipknot, John Mayer, Blink-182, Green Day, and the likes. So those were the organic side of things, and when I say organic, I mean the usage of real instruments like guitars, pianos, drums, bass. And when you shift to electronic music, you have amazing artists like Four Tet, Enigma, Daft Punk, Burial, Edward Maya, Armin van Buuren, and then the hardcore new age 2010s started coming up, where you had Martin Garrix, you had Vacant. So with that background, to understand what is today's problem with the music, you also gotta understand a disclaimer as well that society changes. What worked in the 70s didn't work in 90s. What worked with 90s didn't work in 2000. What worked in 2010s isn't working in 2023, and music has to change. I get that. But there is one inherent problem that was not present between 60s till late 2000s, but drastically changed after the 2010s. And that can be broken down to a couple of parts. First one being the commercialization of music. Record labels right now are focusing more on profits. In this age, in 2023, there are artists that are coming out from bedrooms who are already a star on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. And record labels are focusing on those stars that they have the follower base. They would bring in the money for record labels. So that is biggest plague that I can see. Earlier in the days, you had record labels who were focused more on building a brand for an artist. A musician just had to focus on enhancing his or her craft, on enhancing the quality of music that they are producing. And it was the record label's job to push them, to market them, to gain followers, to gain real fans out there in the world, to create a community at large for those musicians. Right now, it's the other way around. What this is doing is that it's taking away the authenticity and emotions out of music. It's more focused on how many followers do you have, if a song can sell, or if you are able to sell a song, you sign up a record deal with us. The second and the most irritating, so to say, and I get it that it has become a norm now, is overusage of auto-tune and production tools. With the advent of various plugins these days, you have people who are overusing autotune in their songs. It has become sort of like a sub-genre of music where you have autotune vocals and you're overusing autotune vocals, and anybody can become a singer. Even a spoken word can make a music, can make a lyric. And that just brings away to the fact that you have people who are practicing, who are studying music, enhancing their craft for nearly 20 years. They're singing every day, they're perfecting their art. But a kid who can't sing, who's coming out with an autotune plugin of $39, can just simply create a music which is banger, so to say. That's really, really sad. The next reason is the lyricism and meaning. Let's be honest, today's music absolutely is crap. You don't understand the theme of the music. You have lyrics which are going repetitive every second. You have lyrics which are absolutely making no sense at all. There is a central theme that is lacking from the lyrics. You don't have enough depth, enough originality, enough authenticity in the lyrics. And essentially the lyricist's job is to please the audience, to make them dance, to make the song relatable with using words 2 or 3 times in every second, in every bar. It has become to a point that even if I say shit man, what the fuck, can become a song. Simple as that. And that would create millions of streams. Listen to John Mayer's album Room for Squares. listen to heavier things, and there are a few songs I can tell you right now. 3 by 5 by John Mayer. What a beautiful lyric, and it's just absolutely mind-boggling that you have so much of depth in that song. And that song is not that popular. I just absolutely love that song. You have Gravity. You have Hotel California. Listen to that song. It's simple enough. It's haunting. It's relatable. It is a dreamy lyric. There is a storytelling in that lyric. You listen to any of the Pink Floyd song, you can actually understand the meaning of the song. And the best part is that you can interpret according to your own understanding where you are. Avenged Sevenfold's So Far Away is absolutely an emotional song. It is a heavy song, it's a ballad, it's just beautiful. Listen to the new song by Blink-182. They are in 2023, but they are not conforming to the new age music. Listen to One More Time by Blink-182. It just released probably a week back. People are crying on the internet. They have depth, meaning, authenticity, originality. That is something that is lacking in today's music. I don't see any artist right now focusing on lyrics, meaning, storytelling. Right now music has become how many booties can I bring on the dance floor. That's it. That's the agenda of music. The next issue is sort of like a generational shift. I mean, you really can't complain about it anymore because people have short attention span. Earlier music was on an average, I think 4 to 5 minutes. Listen to Opeth. You were used to listening to 10-minute songs. Listen to Porcupine Tree. Listen to Steve Vai. Steve Vai didn't write any lyrics and still all of his songs have a story. There were a few songs which are 11 minutes, 12 minutes. Me and my peer group never had a attention lacking disorder. We were engaged throughout those 11 minutes. But right now, you have a huge ADD because of all of these social media trends, or reels, or TikTok, shorts. Even long form content like this one probably won't work in few years. Songs have become 1 minute 30 seconds long. People want to just quickly listen to a 128 BPM song so that they can dance with a drink in their hand. That's about it. They just want to focus on shifting from one song to another immediately. And that's how streaming services and all of these social medias have shaped up that you have an attention disorder already and you become restless if a song is more than, let's say, 2 minutes 15 seconds long. Go to Spotify and you'll see they would range between 2 to 3.15 seconds max. That's about it. So that's another problem that is plaguing today's music. You don't have enough time to understand the story because at the end you don't have a story to say. What will you say in 2 minutes? You can just make beats and that's about it. And the last issue is sort of like an outlook for music, and it is the lack of respect of music. Music is not heard these days. Music is watched. If it is making sense, please hit that like button right now. You have people who don't listen to music but watch music. That is taking away the authenticity. Now you have to engage a viewer or a listener with music which has visuals, which has ever-changing cuts, which has shorter time duration, which can keep people engaged with their ADD. And that is something which is a huge problem. I'm not saying classics didn't have music videos. Video was just a way to reach out to people. Video was just cherry on the cake. Right now it is the other way around. And this is something which can't be changed. Unfortunately, people are going into more short form content consumption. People are liking that, and I understand artists have to conform if they have to make a living these days. But that's the problem, the sad truth, that there are artists out there who are making in-depth music but nobody is listening, who are really focusing and putting their heart out in storytelling with the lyrics, who are really putting their money, time and effort in building a community of band members going out there, playing for people, recording their own music, but nobody is listening. And all of that has made people not respect the art. Look at music, focus on the keyword, look at music as just a getaway, as just an entertainment to just make them happy, to please them, to feed their narcissism, ego, ADD, to feed their time off. That's all it is right now. Earlier, people used to actually spend meaningful hours. You used to respect the artist, have listening sessions on LPs. You had a community sitting 3 hours, 4 hours, listening to a song on an LP, critiquing it, understanding the nuances of that band. But that doesn't happen anymore. That's the hard truth in today's music. And that is something which I don't conform to at all. So in conclusion, the problem with today's music is a complex one. but it's something that can be solved, but not to an extent that you might imagine. I understand the world is changing. You have AI that is coming up. You have people with shorter attention spans. You have new generations which are coming up with new genres. They have to please the audience in order to make a living. I get that. But as listeners, we have the power to actually focus and give credit to authenticity and originality. Give credit and respect to the depth of lyricists, to the depth of music, to artists who are actually making good music and not just pleasing the algorithm. We as listeners should take that into our hands and give a little bit of contribution in changing the listener's spectrum in today's world. But having said that, what are your thoughts on this topic? Let me know in the comments down below. I would be really happy to have your viewpoint also on this topic. It would help others as well. But that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this rant of this video. Don't forget to drop a like on this video and subscribe to this channel. It really helps me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, cheers.